Hello, everyone. Welcome back. As it being November, Edward's birthday month, happy birthday, Edward. Everyone
Thanks, man.
wish Edward a happy birthday in the comments. As you may or may not know, if you're new to our channel, you may not know, he is a massive Batman fan. So in November, we usually dedicate this month to just reviewing a bunch of Batman movies and just continuing where we left off from last November. We have Batman Forever. This is the first time I've seen this movie, and it's been one that Edward has been trying to get me to watch for a long time, just so I truly understand the pain he has gone through. And I will say, I watched Batman Forever and Batman to Robin the day after each other. It has gone me to appreciate modern superhero movies, and maybe they're not so bad. They could have been a lot worse. And I think this is truly one of the worst Batman movies ever. I like the cast. The cast is pretty solid. I'm always been a fan of Jim Carrey. This is the one Jim Carrey movie I don't like. Tommy Lee Jones is always great. I liked him in Captain America, but the writing for this movie is just so bad.
Shit.
I mean, this is a continuation of Batman Returns. And if you saw our previous review, I had a comment about how the dialogue was just so, there's so much sexual tension. And then you can see it through the dialogue. And with a completely new team on this movie, since Burton didn't want to be part of it, now Keaton, the team really dialed it up to 11 with the sexual tension. It was just kind of too much, and they turned every villain that was in this movie into the Joker. Everyone was just the Joker with a gimmick. Tommy Lee Jones was split personality Joker. Jim Carrey was Jim Carrey Joker. He just acted like Jim Carrey throughout the entire movie. It's just, I think just the writing. It's just the writing was bad all around. I think the only things that were good about this movie is Val Kilmer's Bruce Wayne was pretty okay. I do wish he was a little bit more charismatic, especially when visiting his company. I think he was a little bit too like kind of like a military general. It didn't really fit too well, but other than that, I thought he was pretty great. His love relationship was like all the other Batman love relationships we've seen in the previous movies. But it's just not a good movie. It makes no sense too. The plot doesn't make any sense.
It is better than Batman and Robin, but it's it's
Yes.
it's not it's not great. I will begin with this movie with what I like about the movie. I think Val Kilmer was a solid cast as Batman, Bruce Wayne. I did like his Bruce Wayne portrayal. I think he's the more CEO savvy business Bruce Wayne. I will admit he could have been a little bit more charismatic. His love life didn't make any fucking sense, given the fact that this is in canon with the previous two movies. There's a scene where he literally tells Alfred, "I've never been in love, Alfred." What the fuck are you talking about? What about those other two bitches from the other movies that you were clearly in love with? So that didn't make any sense. The Batmobile makes no sense in
Oh
this
my
one.
god, I
It makes
forgot.
less sense
Oh,
in Batman and Robin, but we'll get to that. But in this one, it's just Batman has always been about, unless you're talking about Adam West, but Batman is stealth, darkness. He's supposed to creep up on you. You could see this fucking thing coming 8 miles away. It makes no sense. There's no weapons on this fucking thing whatsoever, which is another thing that doesn't make any damn sense. There is a Batman logo on every fucking thing. He's got it on his hubcaps, which why? For what purpose? There's so much neon in this fucking movie. The entire movie looks like an entire fucking nightclub, a weird nightclub at that. There's a
the design of Gotham is just crazy. Like if you look at it when they pan out, it's almost like the city, like the entire city's like that Jedi temple on Coruscant, where it's like everything's raised like 30, 40 feet off the ground for no reason, and there's giant statues everywhere. It just makes no sense.
Yeah, no, there's a scene where they're at some sort of party where the fucking band is in neon lights. I'm not kidding. Go rewatch this shit. The Everything is neon. Two-Face at some point has like scars that are neon, which make no sense. That's another fucking thing I hated. I think Tom Lee Jones is one of the most cemented, legit actors there is. I don't know what in the hell he was thinking when he read the script and was like, yeah, this looks like
Yeah, do people
like
read
I
these scripts ahead
I
of
could
time?
add to my repertoire. It's horrible. His interpretation of everything he does as Two-Face is horrible. It's bad. The makeup, the prosthetics, it's a perfect line down the middle. It's for some reason it's like a hot pink. His hair
Yeah.
is like a neon pink fluorescent thing, and he's wearing a half fucking tiger suit.
And for some
It's like
reason, he's
velvet.
turned
It's
into the
weird.
Riddler's lackey.
Yeah. Two-Face is just some
He's a goon.
crony for the Riddler who does all the muscle work for the Riddler, which makes no fucking sense. He's got two girlfriends. One's supposed to be his dark side girlfriend. She makes him like a charred boar for dinner. The other one is Jesus Christ, this is fucking bad. It's he literally lives in a place that's like half and half, and I'm wondering what the fuck happens when he turns the other way, because
Yeah.
then his persona is in the wrong place. It's it's bad, and it gets worse when Jim Carrey puts on those fucking spandex. Oh God, you literally see his junk when he's walking around. It makes no fucking sense. Why
Why is
his
his hair
acting is
pink?
I have no fucking idea. His hair's different in every scene. He's got like little duck bombs. He literally has fucking duck bombs that he winds up, throws them, and makes shit explode. Two-Face's men are wearing like, half red, half black, like, masks. It's fucking bad. There's a Statue of Liberty, and Griff brought this up, and the only thing I can think of to try to normalize this shit is, I guess, in that
Like just like
helicopter scene.
Vegas sort of thing.
I guess they fucking flew out all the way to New York. I guess Gotham City is near New York. I don't know. It's fucking bad. There's a lot of explosions in this movie. Robin's in this movie. He looks fucking 30. Chris O'Donnell's a solid actor. I'm not Chris, if you're out there, I'm not dogging your acting styles. You've been in some great movies. You were in a phenomenal movie, one of my grandfather's favorite movies, Scent of a Woman. But this movie, fuck man, you look 30, dude. Why did Bruce Wayne need to take him in? He's a fucking adult.
Yeah. He was going to college. There was a lot of things about this movie that really doesn't make sense, and I don't think we're gonna be able to cover it all just because the more we talk, the more, at least I remember, like none of this movie makes sense. And how can you not tell that something is bad if you have a giant building in the water with a bunch of green light going to it from your house
Yeah,
or
no
from
one
your
knew how to
neighbor's
get. No
house?
one knew where. Like the commissioner's like, we don't know how to get to him. What do you?
What are you talking about? He has a giant fucking question mark in the middle of the sea, practically broadcasting right here.
That just
Come
means the
get
cops
me.
in Gotham City are the worst cops ever. They're complete morons. Commissioner Gordon's an idiot.
I mean, you've seen the Lego Batman movie, I'm guessing.
A
The
thousand times
Commissioner
better than
Gordon,
this.
oh yeah, the Commissioner Gordon is honestly very similar to like that. Just
Yeah,
flip the switch, my job is done. I'm gonna sit down in the chair and just relax, get some
drink coffee
popcorn,
and get paid every week for being a
just flipping a
dumbass.
switch.
Yeah,
God,
that's how this
this
one is. But that was a cartoon, so that you get that. Here, you're like, come on, dude. There's like Griffin, and you know what? Let me further explain on that. So there's a scene where Edward Nygma is, in civilian, he's playing the CEO. He's having an interview from said fucking island, telling people that's where it is. And then so later on, everyone's like, well, we can't find the Riddler. But like Griff said, there's a giant fucking question mark in the sky. Follow that.
not to mention like Riddler's gimmick has always been the riddles, like we've seen in very, very well done in the Batman. That makes no sense. Why did he make riddles to reveal his identity? Like that is so stupid. I don't it didn't have anything to do with the plot because you could have just walked outside, looked at the Riddler and said, "Yeah, that's Edward Nygma." Like he's not even trying to hide his identity.
Robert Pattinson's Batman would have figured out those fucking riddles like the first 15 minutes of this movie.
This movie would have been very short.
He'd have been like, "Oh, I know it's Edward Nygma. Let me." And then his fucking name, they didn't even change that. His name is Edward Nygma. So at the like when he's figuring out the riddles, he was like, "Oh, Enigma." Like mystery. Oh, Edward Enigma. Oh, now I know who. Like, oh
Well, that's the
God,
point of the riddle. It's just so dumb. Like there is no point in the Riddler for doing that. He should have just done it for the crimes. Like you're
yeah.
supposed to do. It's just
And the whole time he just wanted to get back at his man crush Bruce Wayne because he turned him down. And then the end of this movie,
that
which
this movie
sets up
makes no
another movie.
sense. I don't understand how any of that made sense and how the writers thought that was a good idea.
And then for you guys from back then, remember the song from this movie, "Kiss on a Rose" from Seal. That fucking song played everywhere for the next 10 years straight.
I'm
Everywhere.
sorry. That sounds awful.
No, it was awful. Like you would hear this. I don't think Seal's ever made another song. I think this is it.
Why would they? They had one that worked. Why would they need something else?
I don't know, just to change shit up a bit. Even Ricky Martin moved on from La Vida Loca.
Fair enough.
Val Kilmer, solid Batman. Makes no sense why he wasn't. I mean, if you actually hear his explanation as to why he was recast, it makes no fucking sense.
Okay, you're gonna need to tell me. I don't know.
He was filming another movie, and for some reason, Joel Schumacher was like, "Let's go with a much different." I think Joel Schumacher just really liked George Clooney and was like, I think he'd be good as Batman. I think that's the literal explanation.
Got
Because
it.
to this day, Val Kilmer's like, what the fuck happened with that? And then George Clooney just was like, yeah, this is a solid career move. Clearly not.
Doesn't he apologize almost every appearance he has for that movie?
Yeah. So does Chris O'Donnell, and so did Joe Schumacher, by the way. So Jesus Christ. And Joe Schumacher's a solid director.
And at least he can admit that his movie's bad. And
Yeah,
honestly, props off to
props to him.
him. That is really good because a lot of directors nowadays can't admit when they do bad stuff.
No, George Schumacher. If you have Batman and Robin, which I can't explain why, but I do have it on DVD. He in the behind the scenes, he does say, "I'm sorry. I intended to make a good movie. I clearly did not, and I apologize." So you got to give the guy props for that. Jim Carrey does a solid job with the material he was given. It's horrendous Riddler. The things I liked, Michael Koff as Alfred,
He's
Val
always
Kilmer
good.
as Bruce Wayne Batman, and of course, I had the longest crush with Nicole Kidman after this movie. She was great as Chase Meridian. The love thing made no fucking sense, but you know, because she's got a hard on for Batman. Bruce Wayne likes her, but she only cares for Batman, and then she figures out she really likes Bruce Wayne.
Isn't that how all Batman, Bruce Wayne love interests go? They always end up liking both of them and end up the same exact thing happens almost every single time.
Kind of, but here it's just I don't know. This is like when Bruce Wayne's like, "I've never been in love before, Alfred." At that point, and I was maybe 12, I was like, "Fuck you."
Well, yeah, that's just bad writing. That's the sum of this movie, just bad writing.
Bad writing, horrible sets, the beginning of the nips on the bat suit, the bat cave. We went from a fully dark, just bat cave, literally a cave, to like he's got a fucking turntable on the ground where like the Batmobile comes out. It's
And
it's
it
it's a
takes like
bad
five
signal.
minutes to come out too. So
Yeah.
they're just standing there. God, I forgot
Oh,
about the suit up scenes. The suit up scenes are terrible.
and by the way, it makes no fucking sense because they're supposed to, the Batcave is supposed to be like really secure. As soon as the Riddler walks in there, it's just a stupid annoying alarm that says intruder alert, but everything lights up. Like the Bat computer turns on, the fucking Batmobile comes out. Why? If there's an intruder?
It's so dumb. It's so dumb.
No, yeah, nah. If you haven't seen these movies
Don't.
and you want to give it a shot, just prepare for a shit fest.
If you want to watch something to remind yourself that maybe not all modern superhero movies are bad, I'd recommend these two movies. 100%. Thank you guys for watching. Leave a like, comment, subscribe, and hit the notification bell to stay up to date with our current videos. Let us know what you think about this movie. See you guys next
Take
time.
care, guys. Next time, we're reviewing Batman and Robin.
Woo.